Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. Say hi.
Hello.
We're driving. We're going on our way to a salsa lesson. We're gonna teach this lady. She loves to dance, and she's 85 years old. And the person who hired us to do this job, she said that the lady can't talk much, doesn't know, she's lost a lot of like her faculties, and now the only thing that brings her, that lightens up her mood, that makes her more alive is dancing. So whenever there's music, whenever there's people dancing, she gets all excited. But anyway, the reason why I wanted to talk to you today is because, right now we're going into a completely stranger's house. We're going to teach them how to dance a little bit. We're going to dance in front of this lady, and now I'm in a different place in my life than before I started learning how to dance. Now it's easy for me to get in and go in there, teach a lesson, make friends with the host, and I feel a lot more comfortable. But before I started dancing, I was completely shy. I was a complete introvert. I was afraid I was socially awkward, afraid of the dance floor, terrified of dancing. I was embarrassed of being Latin and not knowing how to do it, but overall shy and introverted. So, both of my parents are kind of shy, so I never had a role model growing up. But I just remembered as a kid, like, me being in school and not having many friends. The only thing that saved me is that I played sports. But other than that, like, I was socially awkward. I would go to school, I didn't know who to sit with while I was on lunch. I didn't have any social skills. I remember, like, I don't know why kids invited me to their parties, because I guess they must have felt bad, because in my mind I thought I was a complete loser.
Watch out, vehicle stopped on shoulder ahead.
I didn't know, like, I didn't have any social skills at all, and I wasn't confident. I couldn't even get a girlfriend in high school. I remember back in those days being in high school and wearing this black hoodie and always walking around with my head down and just completely introverted. I was addicted to video games, which probably made things a lot worse. And so if you're in a position like that where you're feeling shy, you're feeling introverted, and you want to become more confident, just know that there's still hope. You can still do it. You can still get out of your shell and overcome it if you want to. The way I did it was, at some point I was so tired. I graduated high school. I went to live with my father in another city, and I was really tired of being this shy kid, being introverted. I wanted to become a leader. I wanted to become more confident. I wanted to be more sociable. I wanted to go out there and be the life of the party. Far-fetched dream for a kid that was super awkward and introverted. But in my mind, I remember always having this vision of my uncle, who was really charismatic, this popular kids in school who were really outgoing and who were the lives of the party, and I wanted to be more like that. And I kept on thinking to myself during that summer, what can I do to become more like that? What can I do to become more confident, more outgoing? And then one of the things that I remember my grandma told me as a little kid is, like, if you want to be more sociable, if you want to be more outgoing, if you want to get girls, you gotta learn to dance. And so to me, I that was one of the ideas that I had. But like I said, I was terrified of doing that. I was afraid of the dance floor. I was afraid of making a fool out of myself. I didn't have any dance skills whatsoever. I wasn't born a natural dancer. And so then that summer I thought about that over and over again, until one day I mustered up the courage. I asked my father, like, hey, I want to learn how to dance, but I'm afraid for you to teach me. because my dad had told me stories about how an amazing dancer he was, and I didn't want him to see my 2 left feet. But he said, look, I know a place where you could go that they will teach you how to dance. I've passed by it. It seems really cool. There's a lot of people there. They teach really awesome, and it's salsa dancing. And in that moment, I'm like, oh wow. I was really scared. I'm terrified. It's actually coming true. I'm gonna actually try and do this. But you know that feeling that you get in your stomach when you're really nervous? Immediately when my dad told me that, my palms started sweating. I started feeling really nervous. And for the next month, I had trouble sleeping. I would envision myself going to this salsa classes, but I kept on fearing like the worst case scenario. I imagined I was going to show up and there was going to be this slicked hair guy with an open shirt and this girl with this mini skirt, and they're going to be this amazing dance couple, and I was going to be there. They were going to try and teach me. I was this loser who had 2 left feet and who had no coordination and who didn't know how to dance. And to top it all off, he was Latin, and to make things worse, and he didn't know how to dance. And so like I kept on envisioning that, and I thought, like, what if I'm going to be the worst one? What if I stepped all over somebody's foot? And so the only thing that got me through was that I said to myself, look, I'm going to go over there. I'm going to take the lessons. Worst case scenario, I fall, I step all over somebody, and I'll just never be back. Nobody knows me over there. I'm in a new city. And so that's how I finally was able to convince myself. I ended up showing to the dance studio. And I just remember on the drive over there, I was feeling so anxious. I was feeling so nervous. I'm like, okay, what's gonna happen? Am I gonna be a total failure? You know, I tried dancing. My grandma tried teaching me when I was young, and I failed completely. And I thought I had 2 left feet. So I'm thinking to myself, like, is this gonna be another episode of me like terribly failing at dancing? And so, but I ended up showing up to the studio. Long story short, like, there was the people were super friendly. The instructor was really nice. He broke things out, made it very easy for me to learn, and I loved it. After that class, I was hooked. I was addicted. I kept on coming back, and I didn't stop taking lessons for many, many months. And then I started, like, after taking lessons, I started gaining a little bit of confidence. 1 month into having taken lessons, the instructor there invites us to go to a salsa party, and that was another scary story. I remember going to my first salsa party and just being afraid of making a fool of myself again. Even though I had taken lessons and I knew some of the moves, I didn't feel like I was ready. But
in 1 mile, exit right to exit 48B, State Route 794,
I was scared.
Yamato Road.
And so anyway, terrified of going to the salsa nightclub, I went and I faced my fears, and eventually, like, I started gaining a little bit more confident, became exposed to more social settings, became more socially, my social skills started to develop. I became more outgoing, and just to sum it all up, salsa changed my life. It gave me the confidence, it gave me the ability to become more sociable, more outgoing, and I learned to dance, and now I'm not scared of the dance.
Exit right to exit 48B, State Route 794, Yamato Road.
So anyway, if you're thinking about a way to improve your salsa dancing, if you're thinking about a way to improve your social skills, your social life, learn how to dance salsa, guys. We're almost here. I gotta let you guys go, but take salsa lessons. Hope you do it, and it'll change your life.
In 1,000 feet,
at the very least,
stay to the right,
you'll learn a
then
new
turn
skill.
right.
Okay, guys? We're almost here. I need to check the GPS. See you guys soon. Enjoy. Thank you so much. Subscribe here to the channel, and if you enjoy
stay to the right,
leave this
then
video
turn
a
right
thumbs
on
up.
Yamato Road.